The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
That's right, the last Metroid is in captivity, and the galaxy is at peace. The game starts as Samus recounts her previous meetings with the Metroid, from her first encounter on the planet Zebes and the second mission to eradicate them on their homeworld of SR-388. Finally now, she has delivered the only surviving Metroid Lava to the Galactic Research Station for study. With the Metroid in captivity and safe at the space colony, Samus leaves to seek her next bounty. Leaving the asteroid belt, Samus receives a distress call that the colony is under attack. An investigation shows all is abandoned, apart from the Metroid infant. As Samus moves to secure the Metroid, an old enemy appears. During the battle with Ridley, the colony's self-destruct sequence activates, and Ridley collects the Metroid and flies off-world. In hot pursuit, Samus follows Ridley across space, back to the planet which started it all, Planet Zebes. Super Metroid is the third installment of the Metroid series, where players once again are put into the role of the bounty hunter Samus Aran and hunting in the maze-like corridors of the planet Zebes. The original Metroid on the NES established the setting and feel of this space exploration, searching for upgrades to help hunt and defeat the space pirates and their leader Mother Brain. Metroid 2 from the Game Boy added more to the story of how all the Metroids needed to be hunted and eliminated for the safety of the galaxy. However, not all were eliminated. A single Metroid infant was spared. Super Metroid now pulls all this together, with taking elements of the previous games and expanding them. Not only did the graphics design improve, but the levels of exploration, the ability to change power-ups, to access new levels, and to embellish the story and lore of Metroid. Super Metroid pays a great homage to sci-fi movies of its time. The short introduction to Samus exploring an abandoned research facility, a fight with a formidable past enemy, fleeing from a self-destructing space station, it builds up to the tension to the mission ahead. Samus arrives on the planet, but not to the fight that was expected. As the ship lands in an eerie rainstorm and no sign of life, Samus moves deeper into the planet's surface. She retraces her steps to the shaft that she used to escape the planet from her first meeting with the Metroids and her final battle with the space pirates' leader, Mother Brain. Beyond this, there is a working elevator which takes Samus lower into the depths of where she first collected the Morph Ball power-up. Once again, waiting for Samus is the Morph Ball. However, upon collecting, she activates a trap and the planet comes to life. The power-up system is the formula which makes Metroid such a great game, and in a way shaped action-adventure genre. The ability of collecting a power-up, which will then allow access to previously unobtainable locations. As you move through the corridors of Zebes, these power-ups become a vital tool of exploration. The Morph Ball lets you roll up and fit through tubes to access new areas. The collection of missiles allows you to open red doors, which are sealed from your normal arm cannon. With the Ice Beam equipped, Samus is able to freeze enemies and use these as platforms to reach higher areas or bridge gaps that are far too wide to jump. So how did Nintendo add the Super to what was already established in the original Metroid? As the power-up system was a winning formula, but what could they do different? With the previously mentioned power-ups, Samus was able to locate and defeat the space pirates in the first adventure, but this time she needed to go deeper, higher, and explore new locations, and in doing so, she needed new power-ups. Samus now can collect super missiles, power bombs, charge beam, and much more. By the time you reach the final battle, Samus in her power suit will be stacked with a full arsenal of weapons to take on space pirates. Unlike the previous games, Super Metroid allows you to select which power-ups to use, and some are completely optional. As you navigate through the 6 different locations of Zebes, you can plot your own map and path, decide how best to reach an inaccessible area, and what best power-ups to use when you come across some of the larger space pirates. This is what makes Super Metroid replayable almost 30 years after its release: the challenge. Originally, you would play the game and try to collect all power-ups to give you that added advantage of what you were to go encounter. Upon completion, the final ending screen gives you your collection rate. Some people will see this as a challenge and try to hunt for all power-ups and get 100%, Or you could try to complete the game with a low collection rate, missing the optional power-ups and trying to get the lowest collection rate possible, which is about 14% if you're interested. The game itself also rewards you with 3 different endings depending on the time it takes Samus to navigate through the maze-like planet of Zebes. The ending credits rewards viewers to Samus in her power suit if taken over 10 hours, Samus removing her helmet for 3 to 10 hours, and under 3 hours, players will get to see Samus remove her entire suit and just in her Bailey, or swimsuit for people who know that Easter egg. Talking of Easter eggs, Nintendo added one more. In Metroid 2, Samus saves the Metroid infant. Once again, Samus can save trapped animals from the exploding planet Zebes. If Samus is able to save these animals before the planet's explosion, their tiny white spaceship can be seen escaping the planet in the end credits. The final thing as to what makes Super Metroid so special: the ability to create your own unique routes through Zebes, exploiting secret passages, and your own battle-hardened skills to find the fastest path through Brinstar, Norfair, Meridia and the wrecked ship. This makes the adventure your own. It's all these challenges which is what keeps Super Metroid one of the greatest run-and-gun games created, and why players still come back to play 30 years later. If you've never played this, then I really recommend you play it today. It is available on the Nintendo Switch Online on the Super Nintendo. Thanks for watching, and see you next mission.